At B2 Chapter 3, slides 5 through to 8. The first one is about variation and the different types. We're thinking about which are inherited, which are environmental, and which are a combination of both. Okay, we'll look at each of these in turn. The ability to roll your tongue, that is something you inherit from your parents, not something that can be learned from your environment. Your scar, however, is not something you're born with. It's something to do with external influences and therefore an environmental effect. Your eye colour is going to be inherited. Again, this can't be changed externally. Whereas your height is going to be a combination of both. You may inherit genes from your parents which allow you to be taller than others. However, there may be effects such as your diet which will cause your height to be greater. And that, while we're at it, is the same for your body mass. The shape of your earlobes, again, is inherited. This cannot be changed after you're born, and therefore it is inherited, genetic. Same with natural brown hair, a key term being there, natural, as opposed to green. There are very, as far as I'm aware, no people with naturally green hair, and therefore it's an environmental factor. For example, we used to hair dye from hair dye. Blood group is also inherited. However, the language that you speak is an environmental one. It depends on the environment that you're brought up in. Last one is intelligence, and that is also a combination. Again, there may be genetic combinations which allow you to be, inverted commas, cleverer than other people. However, it's also to do with your environment. For example, the school you go to, the books you read, and the kinds of conversations you're exposed to. Okay, we then move on to look at predator-prey relationships, and we're looking at two statements which describe what's going on here. Here you've got a number of predators in blue and prey in red, and they're both oscillating. This is our interdependence. Let's have a look. The number of predators is lowest in 2003. Well, we have a look here. Predator numbers are actually very high, somewhere between 2000 and 2005, so we would assume that that is wrong. The number of prey is always higher than the number of predators. Well, again, if we look here, actually the number of prey is lower than the number of predators. So those two statements are false. We should choose these two. Let's just check. A fall in prey numbers is followed by a fall in predator numbers. Yes, that makes sense to us. Okay. And then large numbers of prey in 2010. Okay, there are not the largest number, however, certainly a larger value, not the lowest value. That's slide 6. Here we're looking at chromosomes. The nice thing about this is there's basically only two answers, 23 or 46. Remembering that the gametes carry 23 chromosomes. We have two gametes, a male and a female. They add together to make 46. So 23 and 46 are two possible answers. The sperm cell is a gamete, as is the egg cell, 23, 23. A fertilized egg therefore contains 46, and the number of chromosomes in a normal body cell is also 46. Last one here, again we're back to variation, but this time we're looking at discontinuous and continuous. Remember, continuous was anything that we can put as a kind of a range of values, and discontinuous was anything discrete. So take an example. Our height was continuous. We could express this as within a range between, say, 100 and 110 centimeters. Okay, and we could count up the numbers and then put them into a histogram. Okay, blood group, however, was discontinuous. You were either A, B, etc. Tongue rolling, discontinuous, because we can either roll or not roll. However, our resting heart rate is a numerical value we could put within a range. Body mass is also a numerical value that we could put within a range. Then we're going to have to think about shoe size. Now, shoe size and foot length are very similar things. We should remember from lessons we said that foot length was something that you can measure within a range and is therefore a continuous one, whereas shoe size is either 5, 6, or 7 and is therefore discontinuous. Eye color is also discontinuous because you have either brown or blue eyes or green, whereas earlobe shape is also discontinuous. It's either lobed or without lobes. Okay, those are our answers for slide 8. Once more, review your answers and follow up accordingly according to your areas of strength and weakness.